Good evening from Carson Park in Eau Claire. Zaleski Sports presents high school baseball. It's the Big Rivers Conference regular season finale as the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's host the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined up in the broadcast booth by former Memorial coach Dave Sparger. Spargs, this is another season that's kind of flown by. Here we are. Latter part of May, last game of the regular season. Neither of these teams in contention for a conference title. Hudson took care of that with the win here at Carson Park yesterday over Eau Claire North. But you know the drill, even though the seeds are set for next week's regionals, you want to be going into the postseason playing good baseball.
Absolutely. You want to be at least playing consistent, solid baseball. And I think Chippewa might have made a statement last night. You know, they come out and they win 10-2. And, their pitcher, Easton Bob, was phenomenal after the first inning. From my sources told me that, he struggled in the first inning, hit some batters, gave up a run, and that was it. Memorial wasn't able to really capitalize that first inning for more than one, and in the rest game he settled down and just mowed the rest of the way. So, again, a real good performance out of him. And, again, they come back with Jake LeQuay, we saw him pitch earlier this year against North and was outstanding. So Chip kind of made that statement now. They kind of slid into that number 3 spot in the conference, and they could take third place all by themselves and really be on a roll going into the playoffs. On the other side, Memorial's looking to bounce back, right? They want to make sure they get a split out of here and have some momentum going into next Tuesday.
Chippewa Falls 13-10 overall, 8-5 in the conference. Eau Claire Memorial 14-8 overall, 7-6 in the conference. And again, seeds were done early this week before these games were played, these final regular season games, so those didn't factor in. And at the time, all things considered, you look at the overall record and how you fared against non-conference competition as well as how you played in the BRC. I think the seeds were pretty fair. I think North and Memorial was kind of a coin flip as to who would get the better seed. But you know how it is. I mean, you can look at your brackets and say, we coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda, but you better keep that conversation to a matter of minutes and not let that go for days on end, because you don't want to be distracted when it's the postseason, because it can end in a hurry.
Yeah, we talked about it off the air before we got started and how funny you've got to seed that Sunday before the last week. And you're right, going into Memorial had a better record in the conference as far as, against the top dogs. North swept Chippewa, so you got to give North the lean over Chippewa there. So it was just like, at the time, last week, it's set. Memorial 4, North 5, Chip 6. All of a sudden, at the end of this week, it could easily have flipped on its head and gone, well, geez, Chippewa, if they sweep Memorial, they're all of a sudden, they should have been the 4 seed. And like I said, you can't worry about it. It's one of those things you can't change either. It's just the way the seeding's got to go. But, if anything, that just might give Chippewa that edge to prove that, hey, we should have been seeded higher, and we're going to prove it in the postseason.
And motivation, it's a big part of it. And, if you can channel that into, execution and getting good at bats and, throwing strikes on the mound and playing some clean defense, you can go a while. And as we talked about, Sparks, as we look at these brackets, I mean, I think 1 through 6, really. And Chippewa has that 6 seed. Boy, I think you could make a case for any of those top 6 teams to work their way through and get to state. Obviously, Spash, had that unbeaten record for a good portion of the season. They are the 1 seed, which means they'll get to play at home. And we'll just have to win 1 game in the regional to move on to the sectional at Marshfield. Clear number 1 seed, but at the same time, not unbeatable. It's one of those things. We've seen Hudson a couple times. The Raiders are a really impressive team. And then you get the likes of, Memorial and North and River Falls. They're just really solid teams.
Yeah, the 2 teams to me that could really give Point a run are the Hudson and River Falls. They've got that pitching. They've got the guy that could maybe shut them down and give themselves a chance to win a game against, obviously a perennial as Stevens Point is. But those 2 teams to me are the ones to watch and see if they can knock off Stevens Point. My sleeper of the whole bracket down there would be DC Everest. And they're the 7 seed, but they have a guy coming back. They have their number 1 coming back to their staff who had missed part of the season. So all of a sudden you get to throw back in their ace, and he is really good.
And don't sleep on Chippewa Falls either as a 6 with that 1-2 combination of pitchers, Easton Bob and Jake LeQuay. It'll be fun, and we're looking forward to covering it for you. Right now, our national anthem. Today's pregame show brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free no-obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That is goasher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today at 888-GO-ASHER. On the mound for tonight for the Abes, the left-hander Jack Gabler. He's had some impressive performances during the course of this season. He gets the start tonight. Jack Harris is his catcher. Sawyer Stein over at first base. Ian Bauer plays second. Leo Lauscher is over at third. Blake Buer is the shortstop. Outfield, left to right, Elliott Height, Grant Locken, and David Ankeny. Batting order for the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Leading off and playing second base, Brady Smith. Batting second, the center fielder, Jared Erickson. Shortstop Cole Perlberg will bat third. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Preston Alger. Batting fifth is the DH, Lucas Logslet. Brecken Boyver, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Gavin Thompson. Left fielder, Braden Dickerson, bats eighth. And Landon Atkinson, the catcher, will bat ninth for the Chi-High Cardinals. Jake LeQuay is on the mound for Chi-High tonight. Picture perfect evening at Carson Park. The sun is out, setting off to our west. Field is in great shape. And we're looking forward to a good one between two quality teams, longtime rivals in the Big Rivers Conference. We mentioned Elliott Height in the starting lineup for the Old A's, but as we look down toward the field, Elliott Height is got one of the trainers looking at his, it looks like his left hand or his left wrist. So we'll try to find out what's the situation there.
Yeah, I was wondering what they were doing in the outfield. They were kind of scrambling around there once the anthem got done, and somebody else has taken his spot in left field.
So we'll see what we can find out about that situation. Brady Smith coming to bat for the Cardinals. These two teams played yesterday up at Casper Park in Chippewa Falls, and it was the Cardinals winning by a score of 10-2 behind a solid pitching performance from Easton Bob, looking to complete the regular season sweep, and as Dave Sparger talked about, chance to grab third place in the conference. And we are underway. First pitch at 7:05 p.m. Ball and no strikes to Brady Smith. Gabler puts one on the corner. Ball and a strike.
If you haven't had a chance to watch Jack Gabler, the lefty is not a hard thrower, but mixes a ton and does a great job of taking off momentum or speed on that fastball. You use a lot of add and subtract. Throw a little bit harder, a little bit softer. Nothing's ever the same. Just a very crafty lefty, as they say.
He's had a couple impressive performances There's a line drive to right field. It's a base hit for Brady Smith. Yeah, you go back to the game, and I think it opened a lot of eyes around the conference is when Memorial went over to Hudson and shut out the Raiders 10-0 behind Jack Gable.
Exactly, yeah. He had an outstanding performance up there. They were just talking about everything he threw, moved, and was hitting his spots and just kept Hudson off balance all night.
Here is Jared Erickson. Pops it up, and it's off the glove of Lauscher. He's got the runner at second, and they'll get him down there.
Lauscher a little rushed as he jumped. He wanted to jump and catch and come down and try to double him off at first, and just kind of misplayed that for a minute, but still got that force at second.
It was one of those, I'm not sure he had to, but he was charging so fast that he kind of got in that position where he had to jump, and the timing was off, but they do get the out on the play. So Erickson now the runner at first base, and here's Cole Perlberg. Goes down in the books as a 5-4 fielder's choice. A little bit of an adventure early on. Perlberg now in an 0-2 hole. Line to right. David Ankeny going back, makes the one-handed catch. Good job by Ankeny dealing with that late afternoon, early evening sun here at Castle Park.
Tell you what, I like Chippewa Falls' approach, though, in the batter's box right now. They know he does not throw hard, so they're not being over-anxious. They're trying to actually take things the other way. They're trying to shoot that right center gap, so that way they're not way ahead and trying to roll over stuff.
Here's Preston Alger. Gabler doing a nice job pitching to those right-handers and hitting that outside corner. Nice crowd here tonight. Plenty of folks from Chippewa and all the Memorial folks. Senior night for the Old Abes. Get a chance to honor their senior class. Ball and a strike to Alger. Bouncing ball, Lauscher has it. Long throw, guns it over in time. Cardinals are retired in the top of the first inning. Old Abes coming to bat. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season, to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Bottom of the first inning at Carson Park. Jake LeQuay getting his warm-up tosses in. Right-hander for the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Landon Atkinson is his catcher. Brecken Boyver at first base. Brady Smith playing second. Preston Alger at third. Cole Perlberg is the shortstop. Outfield left to right. Braden Dickerson, Jared Erickson, and Brecken Boyver, which obviously he cannot be in two places at once, so I will make the necessary adjustments in my scorebook. And in fact, it's Gavin Thompson out there in right field. Leading it off for the Old Abes, the center fielder, Grant Locken. If you're looking at keys for Memorial going forward into the postseason, I think you might start with this guy right here, Grant Locken. His outfield defense, his ability to get on base.
Like that.
And, you know.
As he gets plunked on the first pitch.
Being a contact hitter. So, yeah, hit by pitch. So the Abes have a base runner, Grant Locken.
Ben Strayer took the spot of Elliott Height. A sophomore.
We'll see if Strayer gets the bunt signal. He does, pulls back. Ben Strayer wears number 19. Third baseman Preston Alger way in on the grass.
Important here for Strayer to get this bunt down on the right-hand side. He wants that first baseman. They have to field it.
He does bunt that side. LeQuay off the mound quickly. The underhand flip to first for the out, but Strayer gets the job done.
Yeah, great sacrifice right there. Made the pitcher come all the way to the foul line to pick that up. There's no way he had to play at second base. Great bunt there by Ben Strayer.
So here is Sawyer Stein, who last year was putting up ridiculous numbers, especially in terms of batting average, RBI, homers. He just has been a little bit out of sync. I mean, you can see the power in his swing and the bat speed. It's just that the numbers aren't quite what they were last year.
Yeah, a little bit of a roller coaster ride for him this year. You get a couple of weeks where you're like, all right, he's broken out of this thing. He's going to start really ripping the cover off it, and then he'll have a couple of games where he doesn't hit it real well, and then he'll come back and have a big game. So just a little more up and down. Yeah, last year was just ridiculous. It was just so consistent throughout the whole season.
LeQuay gets the call on that inside pitch. It's 1-1.
Yeah, good fastball. We talked about LeQuay's probably one of the harder throwers in the conference. He hummed that one right there on the inside edge.
Big cut, fouled back towards press box here at Carson Park. Little bit of a breeze tonight. Looks like it's blowing a little bit right to left. Two balls, two strikes now to Stein.
Again, he's trying to work him inside. He doesn't want to get those arms extended where he can do damage. So he's going to try to get inside and try to get one off the handle if he can.
Off-speed pitch. Stein sends it towards
that
fan deck area. Good effort by Boisvert. It just couldn't haul it in. And that's an area of the ballpark that if you're a visiting player, you should spend some time during your warm-ups just getting aware of how that fence line works. Because it's a straight line behind the dugout and then juts out to accommodate that fan deck. Stein rolls one down to shortstop. Perlberg sets, throws. They got him at first. Locken moves to third, but there are two outs.
Locken might have gotten a little lucky right there. That thing was hit in front of him, and he took off for third. Usually when that happens, that shortstop will turn and throw to third to get that lead runner, but third baseman was just kind of cheating over for like the play in the hole, and he wasn't there, so Locken was able to make it there safely.
Here is Leo Lauscher. Lauscher takes inside and low, 1-0.
Congratulations goes out to Leo Lauscher as he was selected to play in the WBCA All-Star Game this summer, representing the Old Abes in the All-Star Game.
Yeah, pretty good Big Rivers Conference representation in that West squad. Braden Pazanson from Hudson, Easton Bob, Chippewa Falls, Hunter Carlson from Hudson, Trent Cornell of Altoona, Leo Lauscher, Chase McQuaid of River Falls, Caden Russo, Elk Mound, Easton Stone Rice Lake, and Chase Watkins, Eau Claire North. Two balls and a strike to Leo Lauscher. 2 down, bottom of the first. Scoreless game at the Abes. Have a runner over at third. Lauscher to right field. That ball's carrying. It's over the head of Gavin Thompson. Locken will score. Lauscher motoring around. He will stop at second with an RBI double. Old Abes grab a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, clutch hitting right there from Leo Lauscher. 2 out. Gets the big RBI to put the Old Abes up 1-0.
And he, too, much like the Chi-High hitters, top of 1, didn't try to pull that outside pitch, just took it to right, and that thing carried.
Yeah, it sure did. He had a lot of power going the opposite way right there.
So Lauscher, who's got good wheels, now at second base. It's an RBI opportunity for David Ankeny. Ankeny having a really solid season in his first year in the starting lineup for Memorial. Takes a strike from LeQuay.
LeQuay starting him off with a good fastball up at the letters.
Here's another strike. LeQuay 1 strike away from working out of this jam. 1 run already across. Lauscher in scoring position down at second base. Swing and a miss. Ankeny down in strikes, but the Abes grab a 1-0 lead on an RBI double from Leo Lauscher after 1. Eau Claire Memorial 1, Chippewa Falls 0. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company.
Visit Marshfield. Marshfield Dairy Fest, May 31st through June 2nd. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend. 5-6-7 in the Chippewa Falls lineup. Lucas Logslet at the plate facing Jack Gabler, who is now pitching with a 1-0 lead. Two balls, no strikes to Logslet. A strike on the outside corner, 2-1 to Logslet.
Jack Gabler just looks like he's playing catch up there. Just so easy in his delivery. Just play a little catch, throw it right to the target.
That one hit out to left. Long run out there, and oh my goodness, Ben Strayer makes the catch.
Do we got a call on the field? There it is, yes. Wow.
He went sliding and went crashing into that cyclone fence, and Kyle Kaufman, the head coach, is going to go out and take a look at his left fielder, Ben Strayer.
Yeah,
My
Strayer.
goodness, what a catch that was.
He kind of gathered his senses there real quick and then got up and showed that he had the ball still in his glove and was like running back to left field. And coach is like, hold on, I want to take a look at you before you start playing again.
He's going to check for cuts and scrapes. And
wow, and he was about a foot away from diving into that bench down there too. That could
well,
have really been bad.
And the good part about that down there is that, especially with that cyclone fence, and you get to that lower part, it gives.
Exactly
so
right.
it's not like running into a hard wall. It's got a little bit of a give. So, wow, what a catch. We'll put an asterisk by that one.
I guess.
Excellent defensive play by Ben Strayer, just a sophomore, and came to the ballpark not expecting to be in the starting lineup.
He was not in the starting lineup. Even introductions, he was not in the starting lineups.
Exactly, yeah. Ground ball right side, and there's a base hit for Boisvert. So first pitch swinging, Brecken Boisvert delivers a base hit. Right side, 1 on, 1 out. Gavin Thompson steps in.
Gavin Thompson, just a sophomore, but he's been playing on the varsity since he was a freshman.
Yeah, he's a guy, if you just looked at him, you'd think he's a senior, junior. It's the way he plays.
Yeah, he carries himself very well.
Yeah.
He's got a great swing from the left side, too.
Third baseman Leo Lauscher in on the grass. Middle infielders playing for the DP. And there's Jack Gabler again, subtracting. Taking a little bit off that one. Curveball across for a strike. 1-2 now to Gavin Thompson.
Yeah, and Gabler's got about 2 or 3 different looks in that curveball, too. That one was his extremely slow breaking pitch.
I think the way Gabler pitches, I think he's definitely got potential at the next level. Just the fact of just how he controls a game. Doesn't have the quote-unquote measurables. He's not throwing 90. But just a smart pitcher. Sliced foul.
Well, the other thing about Jack Gabler is he's a smart young man. Is he's going to go to St. Thomas and study mechanical engineering. So he does not say that he's going to go on to play baseball at St. Thomas, but it did turn into a Division I program, so it's an excellent program.
Yeah.
But mechanical engineering, I got a feeling he might just focus on that.
Yeah,
Smart young man right
but
there.
I would imagine somebody in the CRBL would have his number.
Oh, absolutely.
For coming back for the summertime, and I would expect that he would be part of that American Legion group. Haven't seen the roster quite yet. Always interesting when you're combining North Memorial, Regis, a little bit of Altoona. Might get an Elk Mound kid in there every once in a while. Real good at bat for Gavin Thompson. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, so far Thompson's doing a good job of staying back, not getting caught lunging. And he continues to play the mind games, too, as it's the second time now he's stepped out just as Gabler has come set.
Doesn't get the call on the outside corner. Great at bat for Gavin Thompson. It's a 1-out walk. Boivera moves down to second. Thompson at first, and here is Braden Dickerson, I should say. I'm a tad distracted by the chatter coming out of the Chi-Hi dugout.
I was just going to mention it. You could probably hear that at home.
Those guys are bringing it with the chatter.
Breaking pitch apparently stays outside there. Falls behind again here. But yeah, that Cardinal dugout is fired up. They're looking to tie this up here in the second inning.
Well, if nothing else, it keeps the guys on the bench into the game. So those guys who aren't playing, and you know, as a coach, you like that. You like guys supporting their teammates.
Well, that's the key right there. Yeah, you're not necessarily playing, but you want to stay in the game. So that's the best way, is cheer on your teammates. Dickerson with a good cut there on that fastball.
Yeah, Gabler's the guy, the kind of pitcher you just have to sit back and kind of wait for your pitch and not, you know.
This could be
there's
two.
A hard hit ball knocked down by Buer. They get the out at second base, rather. Can't complete the relay. Boivera moves down to third base. Thompson out on the force play at second.
Yeah, that one was smoked right at the shortstop. Boy, if he can come up clean with that, that's going to be an easy double play to get out of the inning. Unfortunately, he just kind of kicked off the heel of his glove, so he was stuck with just getting the out at second for the second out.
Here's Landon Atkinson. RBI situation here. Cardinals, runners at the corners. 2 down, trailing 1-0. Atkinson takes low. Really interesting contrast in pitchers tonight, Sparks. You got LeQuay for Chi-Hi, who just throws gas. And then you have Gabler, who's the definition of crafty left-hander. Gabler has gone 3-0 now here on Atkinson. And it's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, something we're not used to seeing out of Gabler. Usually he's just very consistent. Doesn't walk batters, gets ahead. Not the case tonight. He's working behind a little bit.
Back to the top of the order, and Brady Smith, he led off the game with a single. The Chi-Hi is going to get a courtesy runner out there for the catcher, Atkinson. That's going to be number 10, Braden Hagman.
Well, the bottom of the order did the job right here for the Cards. They've got people on base. From the top, Brady Smith here, the leadoff man.
Shadow starting to take effect here on the infield, and parts of the outfield. Smith takes a strike. The lights are on here at Carson Park. Curveball over for a strike. It's 0-2.
Yeah, good movement on that curveball.
Had the later start time today. 7 o'clock scheduled start because there was a Division III WIAA regional prior to this one. Eau Claire Regis knocking off Cadott, so the Ramblers will advance in the postseason. Divisions 2, 3, and 4 getting underway this week. Division I schools will get her going on Tuesday. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 down, base is full. Rip to left, and down for a hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Brady Smith knocks in a pair. Cardinals take the lead.
Well, just what we said, you got the bases loaded from the bottom of the order. Top of the order gets up and gets a chance, and Brady Smith was his second hit of the night. Drives in 2.
Boisvert scores, as does Dickerson. Hagman moves over to third. Here's Jared Erickson. Bounced into a fielder's choice. Grounder up the middle, and they'll get the out at second. But the Cardinals pick up a pair of run to take a 2-1 lead. Eau Claire Memorial coming to bat, bottom 2 when we return. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Herrick and Hart Law Office, they have been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. HS Fence has been serving Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the last 18 years. HS Fence, specializing in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. Eau Claire Memorial coming to bat, bottom 2. Trailing Chippewa Falls 2-1. Scheduled hitters for the Old Abes, Ian Bauer, Blake Buer, and Jack Harris. Against the right-hander, Jake LeQuay, who's now pitching with the lead after his teammates picked up 2 runs in the top half of this inning.
Jake LeQuay just leaning on that fastball.
Fastball sails just a bit outside. Ball and a strike to Bauer. LeQuay doing a little mound manicuring out there. The way he delivers, he really digs a hole out there with his landing foot.
Yeah, he just rotates so hard over that top or that front foot, generating that velocity on that fastball.
Bauer gets a piece to keep the at-bat going. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job by Bauer falling off those fastballs right there. We'll see if LeQuay wants to change something up here. Come a little off speed.
Lifted in the air, right side. Coming on, Gavin Thompson, and he makes the catch. Good at bat by Bauer. He got under that one. Thompson able to make the catch for out number 1. Here's Blake Buer, the shortstop. Lifted in the air to center field. Jared Erickson going back, settles under it, makes the catch. Buer hit it really well out to deep left center, but it was tracked down.
Yeah, Chippewa's playing a little deeper than we've seen a lot of teams. I think they're respecting that from the old Aves. And again, the ball's carrying a little bit tonight. It's a little warmer.
Well, I think when you're Memorial hitters, you know what's coming, and you know he's going to be bringing the fastball, so you do your best to adjust. You're back in the box. You're not up in the box. You're trying to give yourself as much time to see that fastball, and you just have to be ready for it and just get a. It's a much different kind of scenario than when you're facing somebody like Jack Gabler, who's going to, throw off speed for the bulk of the night.
Yeah, with Gabler, it's kind of a read and react. Here, it's all dialed up for that fastball.
And the key for a pitcher like Jake LeQuay is if he can establish a curveball or establish that slider and just get that in the mind of guys. If he's not spotting those pitches, then, well, you're sitting dead red.
Yeah, what's nice is his first time through the lineup, he really hasn't gone to that. He's really relied heavily on the fastball, and that's okay the first time through if you can get through it. Because then now you got something a little bit more in the tank for the second time through.
4-pitch walk to Jack Harris, the catcher. I'm going to bring up Tyler Iverson. Abe's not running for the catcher, Harris, who does run well. You talk about getting back of the box. Look where Iverson is set up, Sparks.
Yeah, he's got his foot right on that back line.
Takes one inside, ball 1.
Yeah, LeQuay right now continues to miss arm side. So he's getting a little bit of run on the fastball towards the hitter, the right-handed hitter. Sometimes it's just an indication that you're opening up your left shoulder just a tad too early. You got to stay closed.
Runner goes. And it's a stolen base for Jack Harris.
Well, you talked about him having some good wheels, and he showed it right there. That was kind of a half pitch out as a fastball up and away. Easy to handle and to throw down, just a little short up, but he beat it. Iverson with a chance to tie it up here with a single.
That one sails outside. It is 3-0 now to Iverson. So now the catcher, Landon Atkinson, is going to go out and talk to his right-hander, Jake LeQuay. LeQuay gets that one over. 3 balls and a strike now to Iverson.
Makes the catcher look like a genius. Goes out there, settles him down. He comes back with a fastball right down the middle. Good job there.
And it's another walk. So the A's have something going with 2 outs back to the top of the order, and Grant Locken. He was hit by a pitch to lead off the bottom of the first, and he came around to score on the Leo Lauscher double.
Yeah, kind of in that same scenario we were in the top of the second. With runners on base, the bottom of the order gets on, and they brought up their leadoff hitter, Brady Smith, who came through with the big hit. Now let's see if Grant Locken can do it for the old A's.
And another ball delivered by LeQuay.
Yeah, his demeanor just does not look good on the mound right now. Looks like home plate's moving around on him.
Locken showing bunt. I think that was more to try to distract the pitcher than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. He was taken all the way. And actually, I think LeQuay actually came with a slider that time, and that's a good thing. If your fastball is struggling, come with another pitch.
Back to the fastball. He misses inside 2-1. A little wrinkle thrown up there by LeQuay, and that's across for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, 2 sliders, both for strikes. So, again, not a bad idea. If that fastball is kind of moving on you and you can't get it over, come with that slider. It's been a good pitch for him.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom half of the second. There's a high chopper, Elger charging, and he will have no play.
Yeah, high chopper. Locken's too fast for that one. Just a good job of eating that one, not throwing it away.
So the bases are loaded now with 2 outs for Ben Strayer.
Here again, a spot for the sophomore who didn't even think he was going to play today. All of a sudden he gets thrown into the starting lineup, makes a great catch against the fence, and now he's in a position with bases loaded.
McQuay will step off. Strayer takes inside.
I think for Strayer, it wouldn't even be a bad idea to take a strike. You know, he struggled all over the plate here. Maybe just force him to throw one over first.
A nice breaking ball by LeQuay.
Boy, it's just, yeah, it's silly. I mean, he's got that slider over for strikes, and he just can't seem to find that fastball right now.
Yeah, usually it's the other way around. Is
yeah,
that you know, your fastball is the one you can spot. Sometimes the breaking balls, you're not quite there. Back to the fastball, misses outside.
And LeQuay showing his anguish on not getting the call.
And with that, here comes Mitch Steinmetz, head coach, out of the dugout. I think he saw the exact same thing you did.
Yes.
And did you see the motion? Like, nope, it's going to be me and the pitcher.
Yeah, the coach in me right now, it would have absolutely driven me nuts, and I would have done exactly what Coach Steinmetz is doing. He's going to go up there and have just a one-on-one, heart-to-heart. He told the infield, stay away. He told the catcher just to stay behind the dish. This is a one-on-one conversation because he is, you know, just LeQuay's just way too animated as a pitcher. Well, that's one thing as a pitcher. You just want to be rock solid. You want to show no emotion. It doesn't matter if it's a ball or a strike. Just like be locked in. Don't show emotion. And right now his emotions getting the best of him. So a great job here by Coach Steinmetz going out there really having a little heart-to-heart.
And Mitch Steinmetz has been around the game for a long time Legion coach up at Chippewa. Took over when Mike Thompson, former head coach of baseball, took the athletic director's position. And just one of those where it's like, yeah, you got to just tell your pitcher, hey, just go up there, throw the baseball. And a nice off-speed pitch there to bring the count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Old Abe's looking for a big inning. The base is loaded. And that one is outside. So now, 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. All the runners will be in motion.
Big moment here in the bottom of the second.
Now it's the old Abe's dugout making all that noise.
That'll get out of
Strayer
play.
getting a piece of it. The runners will head back to their respective bases, and it's going to be a little confidence boost for Strayer, the sophomore, that, all right, keep the bat at live.
Yeah, especially the fastball. Just foul that away. You take that fastball, that was a strike on the outside edge, you foul it away.
And that one is upstairs. Strayer works the walk. Harris scores. This game is tied. Iverson moves to third. Lock into second. Strayer now the runner at first. And here is Sawyer Stein.
And the Cardinals do have their bullpen getting going here.
Fouled off the foot of Stein. Well, that was a good pitch from LeQuay to throw something off speed, because you knew that Stein, if he saw something to his liking, is going to be swinging from the heels.
Yeah, I got a feeling Stein was actually looking for that pitch. You know, in that situation, he has not been in good command of his fastball, but he's gotten good command of that slider. My first pitch is looking slider and see if I could do some damage, and I think he was trying to do the same thing.
And there's a strike. 0-2 to Stein, which is a count he seemed to have found himself in a lot this year.
Yeah, it was a good pitch right there, though. Give LeQuay credit. It was a fastball right at the knees.
Swing and a miss, and LeQuay pitches out of the jam. The old Abes do tie the game. It's 2-2 after 2 innings from Carson Park. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider. For all your insurance needs, you can depend on Castle Insurance. Top of the third inning, Cole Perlberg will step in for the Cardinals.
Well, there's been a lot of momentum change in this game, I'll tell you. Each dugout back and forth.
Well, and the fact that it's Memorial Chippewa, that it just adds a little something there too.
It does lend to that. It's amazing. They just had that rivalry forever. Even more so than the North and Chippewa. It's not the same. It's just different when it comes to Memorial.
Breaking ball misses outside. Two-two ball game, top of the third, and there's a base hit for Perlberg. Good job of sitting back on that pitch. Lines it between Lauscher at third and Buer the shortstop, and the Cardinals have their leadoff hitter on.
Yeah, again, the Cardinals just have those real good approaches today. They have yet to strike out. They're putting the ball in play, and they're hitting it hard wherever they put it in play.
Here's the catcher, Preston Alger. Harris the throw down, and a good stab down there with the glove by first baseman Sawyer Stein.
Yeah, Stein just saved an extra base there, like you said, picking that throw.
Third baseman Lauscher backing up a little bit now.
And we've lost the scoreboard again. That happens about once a game.
Yeah. If there's a short in the system, or who knows. Bunt is down. It's a good one. Gabler fields, throws, and no.
Hits the runner.
Hit the runner, and so the Cardinals will have runners in the corners and nobody out.
Good bunt right there. I think you've almost got to give that a base hit.
I was just going to say, Sparks,
yeah,
I think
ball
that's
and the
a
base
hit.
at the same time.
Yeah, that's just.
We'll give him a hit.
It was a really nice bunt by Alger. You don't always expect your number 4 hitter to drop one down, but he kind of looked at Lauscher backing up there at third, and he just kind of pushed it off a little bit towards, left of home plate.
Yeah, that might have been done on his own. You're right. That could have just been like bunting for a base hit in that situation.
Here's Lucas Logslet. That one missing outside. Interesting, Sparks. We got two guys that, I would say are two of the better pitchers in the Big Rivers Conference going tonight. In Jake LeQuay for Chi-High, Jack Gabler for Memorial, and both guys just a little struggling with their control tonight.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that stood out so far, is these guys usually just don't walk people. And now Gabler's already got 2 walks. He's got another one here behind an account, 3-1. And again, the Cardinals continue to step out, trying to shake up the timing of Jack Gabler.
That one misses inside. Now the Cardinals have the bases loaded and nobody out. And we're going to get a mound visit. Take that opportunity to tell you about Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greece, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Restaurant. Eau Claire's best-kept secret, the Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. And you can get Culligan water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. Compared to the mound meeting that Chi-High had in the top half of this inning, this was a full committee meeting.
It was.
Pitching coach and
infield. A little different strategy right here. Obviously, he's talking about bases loaded, nobody out. Where's ever going to go with this thing? And the old Chippewa one was just a heart-to-heart.
Brecken Boisvert, who singled and scored in the second. Big opportunity here.
Looks like the old Abs are going to play the middle halfway up. They'll probably turn 2 up the middle just to get 2 outs, give up that 1 run. Corners are in. They're looking to go home with it.
Gabler missing upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoreboard is operational again.
Somebody finally paid the electric bill.
You're right, though, Sparks. That's been kind of off and on all season long. It seems like every game there's a period within the game where scoreboard goes dark and then it comes back. There's also a scoreboard to our left here that's attached to the press box. It's mainly for the folks out in the fan deck, so only in use during Eau Claire Express games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gabler looking to work himself out of this jam. Chippewa trying to hang a crooked number on the board.
Oh, he did. Yes, he did. Boy, great strikeout right there. Important. Now he's got that 1 out here. The ground ball could get him out of this.
We'll bring up Gavin Thompson. Thompson walked in the second.
Yeah, Thompson saw a lot of pitches his first time up.
Third baseman Lauscher playing up, as is the first baseman Sawyer Stein. Gabler missing outside. Those simple things like just throwing the ball from the catcher back to the pitcher take on added importance when there's a guy over at third base. And once again, you get a Chi-High batter stepping out of the box. That one just missed.
He's saying inside. Guess he didn't like that curveball coming around the inside corner there.
2 balls, no strikes. Gavin Thompson batting with the bases loaded and 1 down.
Fastball away that Thompson follows straight back.
And when you get a guy like Gabler who mixes speed so well, that fastball looks a lot faster than it actually is. Ground ball to first. Stein has it,
Great
comes home
play.
for 1, and Harris, the catcher, will just eat it, but a really nice play by Sawyer Stein.
Yeah, he made that look a lot easier than it was. That was a tough, hard hit ball. He caught it, and he spun around glove side and hummed her home for the out there. And so, again, 2 outs now, bases loaded. Old Abe's have a chance to get out of this mess.
So Preston Alger now at third, Lucas Logslet at second, Gavin Thompson on at first, and here is Braden Dickerson. Reached in a fielder's choice, but came around to score in the second. He swings right over the top of that off-speed pitch. Well, you said it earlier, Sparks, the momentum swings in this game, and we're only in the top of the third. It's gone back and forth a couple times.
Yeah, this batter's going to be huge if the Old Apes could get out of this. Like you said, huge momentum for them. If they can come up with a big 2-out hit, it'll all be in that Chippewa dugout.
That one misses off the plate. Ball and a strike. Two and one now.
Good job behind the dish by Jack Harris, making sure none of that gets by him.
Lights at Carson Park start to take effect. Temperature still a really comfortable 74 degrees.
That's going to get out of play.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gabler and the Old Abe's just 1 strike away from getting out of this jam.
Well, one thing's for sure, the Cardinals have made Jack Gabler throw a ton of pitches. The second inning and third inning alone, it's just been a bunch.
Yeah, looking down by the Memorial dugout, nobody heading to the bullpen yet, but a couple of guys are stretching. You got the resistance bands out. Full count now to Dickerson. So the runners will be in motion.
Great battle here with Dickerson.
Strike 3 called. Gabler
Gets the
strikeout. Cardinals leave them loaded. We'll head to the bottom of the third when we return. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Old Abe's have a right-hander throwing in their bullpen right now. Cardinals had a couple guys that were getting a little bit of a run in, but Jake LeQuay will remain on the mound. And he will face 4, 5, 6 in the Old Abe's batting order. Leo Lauscher, David Ankeny, Ian Bauer. Lauscher, back in the first inning, lined a double to right center that brought home a run.
Yeah, going back to the end of that last thing, how important was it to get that Stein strikeout with bases loaded? The last thing you wanted to see was Lauscher up there with bases loaded if you're a Cardinal fan.
First pitch swinging, and that's a major league pop-up off the bat of Lauscher. Perlberg making the catch on the grass for 1 out.
One pitch, 1 out.
That'll bring up David Ankeny. And yeah, if you're the Cardinals, you love that because LeQuay has thrown a lot of pitches. And I think it's more, you probably have a plan for next week in place already when the regionals get underway. So maybe the pitch counts are a little less than what they would normally be during the season.
Yeah, I would agree with that exactly. I think there's no way you want to run these guys up to 100 today because they have to turn around and throw. They might have to throw on Tuesday and give you some relief. So, and I think the Old Abes have already got that in the works today as they've got their bullpen getting hot.
We saw yesterday in the Hudson-Eau Claire North game that Braden Bezanson of the Raiders was lifted after 6 innings of no-hit ball. And that's with the team that has a bye on Tuesday and that won't play until Thursday.
Yeah, again, they just didn't, you don't want to just overthrow, and you got to make sure they're healthy and have plenty of time for recovery going into the next week.
Just one of many things that the coaching staff has to do as we get to this point of the high school baseball season. LeQuay trying to shoot that outside corner, didn't miss by much. That one gets the Old Abes hopping in the dugout.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. I have a right-handed hitter being able to pull it that far to get into the dugout here on the front side.
Yeah, especially against a hard thrower like LeQuay, although he took something off that last pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, misses up high. Popped up right side, and Boisvert will glove that one.
A nice fastball inside. He got it off the handle. Just only gets it out to that first baseman. So excellent pitch right there. Much better inning so far on Jake LeQuay.
So 2 outs. Here's Ian Bauer, who's 0 for 1. We did get to the bottom of the question as to why this is Ian Bauer's walk-up music.
Yeah, first off, he chose it.
Okay.
And then it goes to a movie that's out right now.
Yeah, when the Old Abe's managers were explaining the story to us and they cited the stars of this movie, 2 names I'd never heard.
Yeah, we were no help. Yeah,
Apparently
they were all over it.
Apparently they're popular.
Nah, but the old guys in the booth didn't have a clue.
Yeah. So we'll go back to making, Blues Brothers, Caddyshack references, Bull Durham, the classics. Grounded down to short. Perlberg up with it. Throws across in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jake LeQuay and the Cardinals. 3 complete here at Carson Park. It's a 2-2 ball game between the Cardinals and the Old Abes. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water systems, wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Top of the 4th inning here at Carson Park. It's been a really interesting game tonight between Eau Claire Memorial and Chippewa Falls. Chi High will send up 9-1-2 in their batting order. Brandon Atkinson, Brady Smith, Jared Erickson against the lefty Jack Gabler, who's allowed the 2 runs on 4 hits. Gabler delivers a strike, 1-1 the count on Atkinson. He walked in the 2nd inning. Line to left, long run, Strayer, and he makes the grab.
Well, Jake LeQuay had his first 1-2-3 inning last inning, and now Jack Gabler's looking to do the same here in the top of the 4th.
Okay, we've seen like a little bit of everything in this game, Sparks. Yeah. It's been a fun game, from a media and a fan perspective. Yeah, it's base runners. We've had
great
nice
plays,
defensive plays. Some, we thought, when you looked at the pitching matchup, you thought, okay, low scoring pitchers duel, which we may still get.
Yeah, it is only 2-2 here in the 4th.
Bouncing ball to second. Bauer has that one. Throws over for the outs. 2 down here in the Chippewa Falls half of inning number 4. That brings up Jared Erickson. 0 for 1 officially. Actually 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice. Ball on a strike now to Erickson. Quickest inning so far for the Abes, and Gabler was the first. Smith had a leadoff single, and then next 3 guys were retired.
Yeah, his last 2 innings were probably about 30 pitches each, and he's got a chance here to get through this one at about 10.
Faced 7 batters in the 2nd, and then 6 in the 3rd.
That's going to fall.
Lifted out to left, and that's going to drop in front of Ben Strayer. So Erickson on with a 2-out single. Here's Cole Perlberg, 1 for 2, singled in his last at-bat. And a right-hander continuing to throw in the Memorial bullpen.
Yeah, I got a feeling this might be Gabler's last batter. Gets a couple of guys on again. I think they might just go, and I'm assuming that's Iverson out there getting hot.
Yeah, you get a right-hander on deck in Preston Alger. Cleanup hitter for Chi-Hi.
Yeah, you go from that soft throwing lefty to probably their hardest thrower in Iverson.
Another pitch that misses upstairs. It's 2-1. Sparks, are you seeing anything mechanically with Gabler? He just does not look the same as when we've seen him earlier.
Yeah, it's just one of those nights, right, where he's just struggling a little bit with his location.
That one off the plate.
He's not getting that call right there, which he's used to getting. He's used to getting that outside edge. Just hadn't seemed to get that call tonight. And I do know he's been mixing his looks. So he'll go slide step home, he'll go high knee, kind of like he's going to first to hold runners. So he is trying to mix it up a little bit more. But, again, that could alter his delivery a little bit.
Preston Alger, 1 for 2, singled in his last at-bat. First pitch swinging, sends that one out of the park.
Well, the coaches are trying to stay with him here to see if he can finish off this inning. And he does get ahead.
Bouncing ball left side. And they get the out at second. Blake Buer over to Ian Bauer. Cardinals threaten, do not score. We will move to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 2-2 game. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
21st century.
Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. 2-2 game between the Chippewa Falls Cardinals and Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. Memorial will send up 7, 8, 9 in their batting order. Blake Buer, Jack Harris, Tyler Iverson against the righty Jake LeQuay, who's allowed the 2 runs on just 2 hits. LeQuay coming off his first 1-2-3 inning in this game. That took place in the bottom half of inning number 3.
Well, since Coach Steinmetz came out and had a little heart-to-heart with him, he has really settled down and pitched much better. He's retired the last 4 in a row.
Buer is 0 for 1, flew out to center field. And I would imagine that conversation is, don't worry about the strike zone the way the ump is calling it. Just
because you can't control it.
Execute your pitches. Just execute your game plan. You'll be fine. And my guess is that same conversation has occurred in the Memorial dugout. And, Sparks, as a pitcher, you want to get those corners. You want to get the high strike. You want the low. You want a big zone. Of course, when you're a hitter, you want you want a zone that's a couple inches each way. And, and every umpire is going to call it differently.
Yeah, that's the human aspect of things. We all know the strike zone doesn't change. The strike zone is a strike zone. I mean, everybody knows what the strike zone looks like. But how an umpire interprets it and calls it for themselves, it's going to be different.
Alger with the scoop. Throw across in time. Buer is retired on the 5-3 putout. And that's 5 consecutive batters retired now by Jake LeQuay. Jake Harris coming to the plate.
Yeah, I got to just feel like Coach Steinmetz probably went out there and just said, listen, get your emotions under control. Just focus on what's at hand. Like you said, you can't control what he's calling balls and strikes. So get your emotions under control and just focus on the mitt, and here we go. And since then, he has been sharp.
And it was one of those things, it's the reactions were muted, but you could see them.
Yeah,
and when you're the pitcher, even just the littlest, you're in the limelight. You're in the spotlight. You're on the mound.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say muted. I think it was just that blatantly obvious that he was frustrated and making a scene out there, and that was great. That coach went out there and just got to, again, just settle him down, and since then he's been back on his game.
3-0 now to Harris.
And each of those are right there. I mean, just off the edge or just a little high, but he is right around the plate. Little up right there.
That's a walk to Harris. That's the second time he's walked.
Yeah, and he has a stolen base to his name, and he looked good getting that one. So he's a threat to run and get into scoring position here for the Old Abes.
Yeah, in the second, with 2 outs, Harris walked, stole second, came around to score on the Ben Strayer bases loaded walk. Here's Tyler Iverson. He walked in his last plate appearance. Harris doing some dancing over there at first base and draws another throw. Iverson takes a strike.
Opportunity here for the Cardinals if they want to throw a pitch out, being ahead in the count. This would be a good time for one.
Harris not going, but he's on the move now with that wild pitch.
Yeah, free base right there for the Old Abes. Now he's in scoring position, looking to get ahead.
Ball and a strike now to Iverson. That one misses outside, 2-1. Perlberg, the shortstop, sneaking in. There's a ground ball up the middle. Smith has it. They go to first for the out. Harris moves to third. Iverson retired, but Harris now on third for Grant Locken, who's 1 for 1 officially. He was hit by a pitch, scored in the first inning, singled in the second.
Yeah, the go-ahead run just 90 feet away here for the Old Abe's.
Quay missing outside to Iverson. Check that to Locken. And we get a couple players heading down to the Chippewa Falls dugout to get loose. Little check swing back to LeQuay, and he will flip it over to Boisvert at first to end the fourth inning. Score remains 2-2 between the Cardinals and the Old Abe's. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Top of the fifth inning here at Carson Park. Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire Memorial, all knotted up, 2 apiece. 2 runs and 5 hits for the Cardinals. No errors. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Old Abe's. They are charged with 1 error, although in the books of myself and Dave Sparger, we have that as a infield hit, but be that as it may. New pitcher for the Old Abe's is the right-hander Tyler Iverson, who has been in the game as Memorial's DH. So you go from the crafty left-hander Jack Gabler to the hard-throwing Tyler Iverson.
Yeah, Jack Gabler's done. He went 4 innings, gave up just the 6 hits and 2 earned runs. And like you said, Tyler Iverson's going to bring you a whole different ball game up there. Hard-throwing right-hander.
There's a left-hander warming up in the Chippewa Falls bullpen. Got a couple guys sitting in the Old Abe's bullpen. Lucas Logslet, number 5 hitter for Chippewa Falls, steps in. Logslet, 0 for 1. He reached on a walk his last time up. That one almost hit him inside. It's 2-0. And it's 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, if there's one thing about Iverson this year that we've seen is that he has a tendency to get a little wild. We'll give some free passes up, and it's going to be tough tonight because this zone is a tough one tonight. It's a small zone at the Blues calling.
Brandon Boisvert, the first baseman, steps in. He's 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the second. Struck out swinging against Gabler in the third. Lauscher, the third baseman, creeping in. Boisvert takes a strike.
Yeah, that 4-pitch walk, though, I'm sure he was taken all the way. Now the bunt sign might go on.
He offered at it.
He
it's a
did.
Strike to Boisvert, and it's 0-2.
And that really was nowhere near the strike zone. Fastball up and away. So the old Apes catch a break there. Get ahead in the count 0-2.
Lauscher at third, moving back just a bit. Boisvert wouldn't chase that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first. He was Lucas Logslet. Top of the 5th in a tie game. Lifted in the air, left side. Buer, the shortstop, makes the grab. 1 down here in the Cardinals' half of the 5th. That'll bring up Gavin Thompson, who's been on base twice. Walked in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Lauscher, the third baseman, in on the grass. Middle infielders at double play depth. Lock-in in center, very shallow. Thompson takes a strike.
Good job by Iverson here getting ahead in the count. This is where you want to work from. Work ahead and throw your pitch. Maybe you can induce that ground ball double play.
Shows bunt. Harris throws down to first. Logslet is back. Ball and a strike now to Gavin Thompson. Bunt is down. Iverson to first. There are 2 outs.
Real nice sacrifice bunt right there by Gavin Thompson. Excellent job.
But 2 down here in the top of the 5th, and Braden Dickerson is up. Dickerson reached on a fielder's choice in the second, came around to score. Struck out looking in the third. An opportunity to give his team the lead.
Yeah, Coach Steinmetz using an out there to get that runner up to second base, so he's got a lot of confidence here in Dickerson or Atkinson to drive in that run with 2 outs.
Curveball strike. Really nice pitch from Iverson.
Yeah, very effective. You can throw that first pitch for a strike like that. You can get ahead. Most guys aren't looking for that pitch on the first one.
Another curveball, that one inside. It's 1-1. There's a strike from Iverson. Ball and 2 strikes.
Couple of breaking pitches, and then he comes back with that hard fastball on the outside corner.
Swing and a miss. Iverson gets the strikeout of Dickerson. The Cardinals are retired here in the 5th. Bottom 5 coming up from Carson Park. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com. Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Jake LeQuay on for his 5th inning of work for the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. He's allowed 2 runs on 2 hits. His defense has played errorless ball behind him. Old Abe's will send up 2, 3, 4 in their order. Ben Strayer, Sawyer Stein, Leo Lauscher, the scheduled hitters here in the 5th inning.
Jake LeQuay has really settled in. That 3rd and 4th innings were good innings for him.
Strayer, no official at-bats. He he dropped down a sacrifice bunt in the 1st that helped score a run. He got an RBI with a bases-loaded walk in the 2nd. Strayer, a last-second insertion into the starting lineup when Elliott Height, the normal left fielder, had to exit before the first pitch was ever thrown. We're still not sure exactly what that situation was about. But Strayer has stepped in, and he's played well. Had a remarkable catch down the fence line, down the left field line earlier in the game. Strayer takes that one on the corner. Ball and 2 strikes. Strayer getting a piece of that one, little bit behind that fastball from LeQuay.
Pretty much
still
took
throwing hard.
Pretty much took it right out of the glove of the catcher right there. He swung so late. But yeah, no letter from Jake LeQuay. He's throwing just as hard as he was in the 1st. Strayer fighting off that slider.
You know, when the Cardinals took the field for this inning, the catcher Atkinson, had to get his gear on, and so LeQuay was playing catch with Cole Perlberg, and I was amazed. LeQuay actually lobbed one to his shortstop. I thought he would just gun it over there. Even his pickoff attempts, he's throwing fastballs. Swing and a miss. McQuay strikes out Strayer. One down here in the Old Abe's half of inning number 5. Here is Sawyer Stein, 0 for 2. Stein to left center. In the gap and down. Rolls toward the fence, and it's a double for Sawyer Stein. Good swing there by Stein. It didn't try to do too much with it, just put a nice swing on the ball, hit it off the barrel, and split the two outfielders.
Yeah, first pitch swinging again. Done that his last couple times up. We'll see how careful they want to be with Lauscher here now with an open base behind him and one out.
In Sparks, we were talking earlier in the game off camera where, I think if this is a tournament situation, you'd consider putting Lauscher on.
Yeah, I wouldn't even consider it. I'd do it. I would just go for it. And then I would go ahead and put that guy on first to allow you the double play ball, and I'd let the next hitter, Ankeny, try to beat me. I would not let Lauscher have a swing here with a guy for an RBI possibility.
Lauscher had the RBI double in the first. He's 1 for 2. Ripped but foul.
Might want to check the cover on that baseball.
Yeah, if we had the high-end equipment, Sparks, we'd be talking about exit velocity off the bat right now.
Yeah, that would be one of the highest we've seen.
Yeah, I'm fine with just saying he hammered that one.
Yes.
But hammered it foul. 1-1 now to Lauscher.
But again, LeQuay keeps trying to pound him inside, so he's trying to force him to hit it off the handle or pull it foul. Gets the high strike call there.
A little bit of a wrinkle there from LeQuay. Lauscher didn't pull the trigger, so now it's 1-2.
Big win here for LeQuay if he can get the strikeout or just get Lauscher out without the RBI.
Came with the fastball. Lauscher got a piece of it. Location of that pitch was really nice. It was on just off the corner, but close enough for Lauscher to take a hack at it. One-two pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good take by Lauscher.
Yeah, and that was several inches outside there.
Good at bat for Lauscher.
Yep, just rips another one just foul. See if he wants to come with a little wrinkle here, maybe like a hard slider on the outside. Try to get him to chase.
Lauscher takes upstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Went with his fastball, tried to get him to chase up high, did not. Again, you do not have to give in to Lauscher. Throw your pitch here.
Outfield deep all the way around. Got on top of that one. Kyle Kaufman.
Showing he's still got it. But there again, though, 3-2 pitch, he comes with a slider.
Do have a base open in this situation with 1 down. Swing and a
Gets
miss,
the
but the ball
chase.
gets away. Lauscher is going to reach.
Made a great pitch, gets him to chase it, but unfortunately it skips away from the catcher, goes to the backstop. We got first and third and one out.
David Ankeny to the plate, and now you've got a squeeze as a possibility. You've got a double steal as a possibility. You got all kinds of options now. If you're the old Abes, David Ankeny coming to the plate. Ankeny 0 for 2.
Boy, just a great sequence right though by Jake LaQuay. You can't fault him for that situation. Boy, he just battled Lauscher, made a great pitch to strike him out, and unfortunately the pitch just gets away.
Middle infielder's back, playing for the double play. Alger, the third baseman, is also back. They're holding Lauscher at first, and he's moving. And no throw.
Yeah, he would have been tough to get out either way. Leo Lauscher runs very well. So instead of risking that throw, they just ate it. See if they can't make a play here now. With one out and guys on second and third.
First baseman Boisvert in a little bit on the grass. Line drive, base hit.
That'll score 2.
Stein scores. Lauscher scores. Old Abes grab a 4-2 lead.
David Ankeny coming through in the clutch here in the bottom of the 5th.
Two RBI for David Ankeny. And that brings up Ian Bauer. 0 for 2 tonight. Good piece of hitting from Ankeny. Didn't try to do too much with that pitch, just went the other way and lined it over the head of a leaping Brady Smith down there at second.
And Leo Lauscher's stolen base led to that second run.
Bauer takes a strike. Abe's 4 runs on 4 hits. Coming through in some clutch situations today. Bauer takes outside, ball and a strike. Left-hander continuing to throw in the Chi-High bullpen. Bauer, base hit.
Couple of real nice swings there from the old Abes. Keep this rally going. Coach Diamond's coming out. This might be it.
Boy, LaQuay sure battled tonight.
Yeah, early on he didn't have his best stuff. Was kind of struggling with the strike zone. Then he regrouped and threw a great third and fourth inning. And now in the 5th, some unfortunate luck with the strikeout of Lauscher that got away, and then a couple of big clutch hits from the old Abes, Ankeny and Bauer.
We'll tell you about the pitching change when we return. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
New pitcher for Chippewa Falls, the left-hander Evan Weiler, replacing Jake LeQuay. Weiler, a sophomore. And he will face Blake Buer with 2 on, 1 out, 2 runs already across this inning for the Old Abes. Weiler delivering upstairs.
The Old Abes have Sawyer Stein getting loose out in the bullpen.
Again, it's the last game of the regular season. And I think if you're the Old Abes, you're as much as you'd like to win this game and get the split this week with Jai High and go into the postseason on a win, I think you'd rather have your pitching staff lined up for next week. Looking at a potential Tuesday, Thursday here at Carson Park.
Yeah, we'll see if Iverson comes out with another inning. It might just be one of those situations where if he walks a couple guys, you want to come in with somebody that's going to throw strikes.
Nice pitch there from Weiler. Buer swung over the top of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th. Yeah, there's a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, breaking pitch came back, caught the outside corner.
So Weiler gets the strikeout of Buer. 2 down now. And here's Jack Harris, who walked twice against Jake LeQuay. Harris scored a run in the second. Harris down the line in left, fair ball. Ankeny will score.
They're going to send him.
Bauer on his horse. He will score without a throw.
Jack Harris clutch with 2 outs, double. Scores 2 more for the Old Abes.
Big inning for Eau Claire Memorial. Abes now lead at 6-2. And it brings up Tyler Iverson, 0 for 1. He also walked in the second.
Boy, and with 2 outs right there, they were just flying. Ian Bauer on first base was off at the crack of the bat, and that allowed him to score from first.
Yeah, it was a good piece of hitting from Harris, good base running. He's pushed 4 across here in the 5th. Iverson an 0-2 hole. Trying to get it back to the top of the order. Keep this inning going. And Weiler records his second strikeout of the inning, but the Old Abes score 4 times, and after 5 complete, Eau Claire Memorial leads Chippewa Falls 6-2. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
We move to the 6th inning here at Carson Park. Eau Claire Memorial with a 4 spot. Bottom half of the 5th to take a 6-2 lead on Chippewa Falls. Chi-High will send up 9-1-2 in their order. Scheduled hitters: Landon Atkinson, Brady Smith, Jared Erickson against Tyler Iverson on for his 2nd inning of work.
Yeah, we've talked a lot this year about that shutdown inning. This is exactly what Tyler Iverson needs to do right here. You get the big 4 runs in the bottom of the inning, and now Chippewa comes up. You just want that shutdown, pound the zone with strikes, go 1, 2, 3, and get back to the dugout.
Iverson in the 5th walked the first batter he faced on 4 pitches, then got a ground ball out. Sacrifice bunt for out number 2, and then a strikeout for out number 3. Starts Atkinson off with the ball. Iverson, big sweeping breaking ball there, but it missed inside, 2-0. Iverson working out of the stretch. Outfield medium deep and left, kind of shallow in center and right. That one just missed off the outside corner. 3-0 now to Atkinson. Here's a strike. It's 3-1.
Iverson right there with a get-me-over fastball. Took a little off.
High chopper. Iverson knocks it down.
It's a fair ball. I don't know what he's doing. I think he assumed it was foul, but it was obviously fair. So when he kicked it foul, he just kind of nonchalanted it like it was a foul ball.
So Atkinson reaches, and it's going to be ruled an error. And we're going to get a conference on the mound. And yeah, just one of those, he tried to field it.
Yeah, that was a strange, yeah.
With the glove, and he wound up just kind of knocking it straight down, and it rolled into foul territory.
But I thought he had plenty of time just to go run over, pick it up, and flip it to first. And that would have been a big first out in this inning.
Another mound visit. This is more just to get everybody reset mentally. Top of the order now for the Cardinals, Brady Smith. On base twice with the pair of singles. He's 2 for 3. Lauscher creeping in a bit. That one gets away from the catcher Harris, and Atkinson's going to move up 90 feet.
Yeah, there's no way the Cardinals are going to be bunting in this situation. I think it's already here in the 6th inning. They need all the outs they can keep. So Lauscher's going to play even. And I think he was just simply up for that double play look.
Cardinals looking to chip away here. Trail by 4. Iverson hits the corner there. Ball and a strike now to Smith. Two and one now to Smith.
Good pitch. Oh, we both like that one.
Yeah, that's just at the knees on the corner.
Exactly. Fastball on the outside knee corner. That was beautiful. Iverson's trying to repeat that spot now, if he can locate it there again.
Two balls, two strikes. Roll down to short. Buer, the scoop, the throw in time.
Good job by Buer getting that sure out. Really, that runner on third doesn't mean anything. Right now, it's about getting the outs.
Yeah, we're to that point, Spargs. You're top of 6, so you're kind of counting outs if you're the old Abes.
Yeah, even here, you're playing your infield back and saying, hey, any ground ball, just go to 1, get me the out.
Yeah, you will trade a run for an out.
Yeah, that's why Sawyer Stein right here has got to back up. There he goes. He's got to play deep and just worry about getting the out. You got a 4-run lead.
Jared Erickson is 1 for 3 with the single. Also reached on a fielder's choice back in the first.
A little tardy on that fastball.
Iverson mixing upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. With 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Bouncing ball. Buer. Not in time. Run scores. Chippewa falls, edges closer. It's now 6-3.
Well, he got what he wanted. Iverson got the ground ball to shortstop. They're willing to take that out and give up the run, but unfortunately, Buer kicks it over there.
Here's Cole Perlberg. Perlberg 1 for 2. Singled in the 3rd, walked in the 4th. Takes a strike. Abe's looking for a ground ball and hoping to turn 2 and get out of this top half of the 6th. Breaking ball, strike.
Good slow breaking ball right there. Good change of pace on that one. He's got that hard slider and then that slow curve.
Lost track of how many times Chi-High hitters have stepped out of the box in tonight's game.
Yeah, and again, a couple of them have been because they've stood in there a little too long, and Memorial's trying to go through their signs, but it's definitely been a tactic.
Oh, 0-2 pitch. Didn't miss by much inside 1-2.
You go inside fastball, it'd be a good time here to go that slider away.
Check swing, and he held up. 2-2.
Yeah, try to go fastball up the letters. A little too high for him to offer.
Good at bat from Perlberg here. Perlberg, just a junior. He's gotten a lot of playing time on the varsity level in his time with the Cardinals.
There's that slider away, but again, Perlberg does not offer.
He's got the count in his favor now. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, if he can get him on, if he can get himself on, they're going to bring that tying run to the plate here.
Knocked down by Bauer, but the throw not in time.
Yeah.
Kept the runner from advancing to third, did Ian Bauer, but it's an infield single for Perlberg after a really good at-bat.
A great job of diving and making that play, but then he also tried to stand up, and what he just needed to do was roll over on his keister and make that throw, and he would have been all right, but once he tried to stand up, it just took too long.
So with 1 out, the Cardinals have 2 on, and cleanup hitter Preston Alger at the plate. And in a 6-3 game, he represents the tying run.
Cardinals right where they want to be. Get the tying run at the plate here in the 6th.
Fouled back to the screen, it's 0-1. Again, the Abes looking for a ground ball and looking to turn 2 here.
Again, you give a good team like the Cardinals an extra out in an inning. That's dangerous. Actually, 2 extra outs. They have 2 errors this inning.
No balls, 2 strikes to Alger. He is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. Alger bouncing ball. And the Abes don't get a run.
Third error
don't get
of
an
the
out,
inning.
I should say. Bases are loaded for Lucas Logslet, who represents the go-ahead run here. Top of the 6th. Logslet 0 for 1 officially. He's walked twice. Corner infielder's up now.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that in this situation. I think I'd actually move Lauscher back to even with the bag. For one, he's got a cannon, but then it gives him the option. He can go third to first. He can, if it takes him to the left, he can go to second to first. Again, you're just looking for outs right now.
Nice pitch. Curveball on the inside corner. 0-2 to Logslet.
Yeah, he's been ahead of the last 3 hitters. A couple of errors and an infield single to show for it.
Chopped foul off the bat of Logslet. That's another issue if you've got Lauscher in. A little chopper like that could go over his head.
Yeah, and again, the tying runs at first. So you want to prevent anything from going down the line. a little slow roller getting through the hole there on the left side. Go ahead and let Lauscher play back a little bit.
Logslet just gets a piece.
Yeah, great job there. That was a good pitch.
Oh, 2 pitch, curveball, missing up and in.
That's all right. He had a pitch to waste right there. He was 0-2. Obviously, you'd like to have that maybe out and away. Too easy to take when it's coming right at you.
Again, Logslet just getting a piece. Keep this at bat going. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Logslet fell behind 0-2, but back to 1-2, and he's fouled off a couple of good pitches. And Iverson
did he
wins
go?
that.
Yes, he did.
Iverson
did he
wins
go?
that.
Yes, he did. Strikeout for out number 2.
Well, a good battle right there, and Iverson wins that one at this time.
So, Brecken Boisvert batting with bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 6th. Boisvert, 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 2nd. Congrats to the Chi-High softball team. Cardinals defeated Wisconsin Rapids today, 9-0 to advance to the sectional semis next week. And you know who was paying attention to that score before this one? Chi-High head coach Mitch Steinmetz, his daughter Paige, a starter on the Cardinals softball team.
Well, there you go. I'm sure he was probably getting updates during the game.
I believe his wife was over there. Two-0 pitch.
A little low.
And it's low. So Boisvert now in the driver's seat, up 3-0 in the count. And it's a walk. It's an RBI for Boisvert. Another run scoring for Chi-High, and it's 6-4.
Boy, it's just never easy against these Cardinals.
So Jared Erickson comes across. Perlberg moves over to third. Alger down to second. Boisvert now the runner at first. And here's Gavin Thompson. So 0 for 2 with the sacrifice, but he has had some really good at-bats today.
Again, the Old Abes have committed 3 errors this inning and are hoping to get out of here with only giving up 2.
Thompson takes inside. Ball and a strike. Base is still full. 2 down here. Top of 6.
That'll scatter the Old Abes.
Yeah, making sure everybody in the home dugout is paying attention. Thompson fights that one off.
Yeah, good job at that breaking pitch.
To say that Chai High tonight has been grinding out at bats. Done a good job of fighting off pitches and making these Abe's pitchers work hard.
Got him.
Swing and a miss. Thompson down on strikes. The Cardinals pick up a pair of runs, and we got a 6-4 game as we move to the bottom of the 6th here at Carson Park. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Carson Park. Evan Weiler remains on the mound for Chippewa Falls. The on in relief of the starter Jake LeQuay, and he will face the top of the order for Eau Claire Memorial. Grant Locken, Ben Strayer, Sawyer Stein, the scheduled hitters here.
Yeah, Weiler got a couple of strikeouts last inning.
Abe's put up 4 in the bottom of the 5th. The Cardinals came back with 2 in their half of the 6th. So it's a 6-4 game here at Carson Park. Lifted in the air to center, long run, Jared Erickson, and he makes the grab. Dickerson, the left fielder, was over there as well. So Locken is retired. He's 1 for 3 now. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. Here's Ben Strayer. 0 for 1 officially. He put down a sacrifice bunt in the first, and he worked a bases-loaded walk in the second for an RBI. Strayer takes a strike from Evan Weiler. Ground ball right side. Brady Smith scoops it up. The throw to first to retire Strayer. Cardinals looking for that shutdown inning. Weiler has retired the first 2 here in the 6th, but now here's Sawyer Stein. Stein 1 for 3. Hit a double in the 5th and came around to score.
Yeah, he started the big rally there in the last inning with that double. He is a first pitch swinging guy.
Takes a strike on the outside corner. Really good pitch from Weiler. Big cut from Stein. Weiler going up the ladder. He's 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 shutdown inning.
Yeah, Evan Weiler pitches with an attitude. Pitches kind of angry out there. He's getting after it.
Stein deep to center field. Erickson going back.
Not going to
It's
get there.
over his head.
This
Stein
three-bagger.
looking for a triple. Here's the throw, and he is safe. 2-out triple, Sawyer Stein.
Boy, he just uses that right center gap so well.
So now here is Leo Lauscher. Lauscher had an RBI double in the first. Struck out in his last at-bat, but reached on the wild pitch. So with 2 outs, we'll see if the Cardinals will decide to put Lauscher on. We're going to get a courtesy runner over there at third base.
Zinsmaster is going to be the
Logan Zinsmaster.
pinch runner. Got a feeling Stein's going to re-enter and actually go to the mound next inning.
And Mitch Steinmetz coming out of the dugout as well.
He's asking if Stein touched first base. The ball's still dead. I don't know why they're getting a call on that, but they did appeal it, and he said nope, he touched it.
So again, first base open. It appears that they're going to pitch to Lauscher.
Yeah, Lauscher did strike out his last time, but reached on the wild pitch.
First pitch swinging and fouls one over the grandstand. Good job by catcher Atkinson to block that pitch. Ball and a strike now to Lauscher. Lauscher takes one inside. Weiler does throw with good velocity.
Yeah, he didn't miss by much right there.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Lauscher.
I think Lauscher's a little upset with himself missing that pitch. Kind of had that reaction after it went foul.
Lauscher fights off another pitch from Weiler, who's challenging Lauscher.
He is. It'd be interesting to see if he wants to come back with another breaking pitch, as he's already spiked one into the dirt. And obviously you don't want one to get to the backstop and score that run. So see what he comes with.
Down upstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Lauscher. Swing and a miss.
Great pitch.
Tied him up inside. So the Abes are retired in the 6th. We move to the top of the 7th inning with Eau Claire Memorial leading Chippewa Falls 6-4. You are watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
New pitcher for the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's, third of the night. Sawyer Stein, who moves over from first base. Brady Johnson enters the game, and he is over at first now. Chippewa Falls scheduled to have 8-9-1 coming to bat. Braden Dickerson, Landon Atkinson, and Brady Smith. Although we may see some pinch hitters, this being the final regular season game of 2024 for both of these teams. What can we expect out of Sawyer Stein on the mound, Sparks?
Nothing flashy. He's just going to really try just to throw strikes. You know, he's a kid that's going to have that fastball and a breaking pitch, but again, he's just a guy you're trying to lean on here and say, all right, just give us a ton of strikes, please. You know, don't walk anybody here in the seventh, and let's make some plays, as they struggled to do that in the sixth, as they had 3 errors in the sixth inning.
Here's Braden Dickerson. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second, came around to score. Takes a ball from Stein. Breaking ball, misses outside. Two balls and a strike now to Dickerson. Stein misses outside. 3 balls and a strike now to Dickerson.
Yeah, interesting he's brought in this situation. Stein has not thrown a ton this year. He's been hardly used, so it's an interesting spot for him.
Here's a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bouncing ball up the middle. Tough play. Bauer has it. Sets. Throws. Safe.
Good play by Bauer. Did everything he could. Took it on the backhand. Good hard throw to first. Just the speed's too good from Dickerson.
So back to the top of the order. Or check that. Landon Atkinson will bat. He's the number 9 hitter.
Well, that's what Stein's in to do, right? Throw strikes, get that ground ball, and he did. Just a little out of the reach.
Atkinson reached on an error last inning, came around to score. 0 for 2 officially. Atkinson takes a ball, 1-1. That one off the plate. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you just aren't going to get that side of the plate tonight, seems like.
Here's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job by Sawyer Stein there to come back and get a little bit more of that dish. Run it even.
Ground ball. Bauer has it. Throw to first in time.
Oh, great job by Bauer, at least staying with it and getting that out. That's all you needed there is at least 1 out. Missed the opportunity for a double play, but again, big out, first out of the inning.
Now back to the top of the order. Here's Brady Smith. Smith 2 for 4. He represents the tying run.
Yeah, and if you're the old Abes, you've got to know that. So a base hit to the outfield, it comes into second. Don't even worry about that runner on second scoring. He doesn't mean anything. It's right now it's all about Brady Smith.
Smith takes upstairs.
Another one just a bit high.
Two balls, 1 strike. Lifted in the air to center. Grant Lock-in makes the catch.
Good jump out there, Grant Lock-in. He read that off the bat. Excellent.
So now Jared Erickson comes to the plate. Erickson reached on a fielder's choice. He's retired in the second, singled in the fourth, reached on an error in the sixth when he came around to score. Stein delivers ball 1. Ball on a strike now.
So far, so good for Sawyer Stein. He's filling up that strike zone.
Lifted in the air to center, coming on, and
he dropped it.
He can't make the catch as Lock-in. A run will score.
I think now that the base ump just said caught.
Umpires
we got to
talk
about
decide.
this.
Kyle Kaufman wants the out.
I think he's calling the catch, and it came out when he was trying to stand up. Is that what he's thinking?
Big call coming here.
Yeah, it's either 6-5 with a runner on first and 2 out, or it's game over. Long discussion out here.
Both head coaches are standing halfway down the third base line. Now the home plate umpire is going to.
He's coming over to Memorial first.
Talk.
I got a feeling he's going to say no catch. Yeah, I think the home plate umpire is going to overrule him. Which, to be honest, I would not like as a head coach. You got the second base ump right there by the play. He makes the call. Yeah, it's gonna change the call. And that's exactly why Kaufman's upset. He's right out there. He calls out. And the other side of that is I think that obviously the play stopped. Right, Memorial thinks game over, so the runner keeps going. And so now Kaufman's kind of saying, well, that runner has to go back to third then because he made us, sound like the game was over. He would have scored, to be honest, but.
Kyle Kaufman not happy with this turn of events.
I certainly see his point, though, right? I mean, you got the center fielder. He lays out, makes the catch. Blue rings him up. Like, hey, that's the third out, game over. And as Locken gets up, the ball squirting out, comes out of his glove. And so, he just stayed with the call, and then all of a sudden now the home plate upper is going to step in and go, nope, no catch.
So
we play on.
We'll rule it is single and an RBI for Jared Erickson. Braden Dickinson scores the run to make it 6-5. Now, after all that, here's Cole Perlberg.
Yeah. How about the 3-hole hitter, and you're only down 1?
He's 2 for 3 with the walk.
Great effort by Grant Locken there to lay out and almost catch that one.
Tying run now over at first. 2 outs, top is 7. Stein throws a little wrinkle up there for strike 1.
Gets the outside corner, which you've not seen much tonight.
Here's another strike.
Oh, good job by Stein, bouncing back. Unfazed by what's happened. He comes right out here, fires 2 strikes.
Old Abe's now 1 strike away.
Erickson a very short lead at first.
Lifted in the air, right side. Bauer backpedaling, makes the grab.
Well, Sawyer Stein, great job to come in here and close it out.
Old Abe's hang on and get the win, 6-5. Sparks, for a game that was the final regular season game in the Big Rivers Conference and essentially a battle for 3rd place in the BRC. This had almost like a tournament kind of atmosphere. Good energy. Back and forth. We saw a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah, like you said, excellent energy for tonight. Like you said, this game really didn't mean much, but boy, they were playing like there was a lot on the line tonight, and it's just got them both ready now for the postseason. Again, good job by the Old Abes to put 4 across in the 5th, and Chi High trying to catch up, put 2 on in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and you're right, had that atmosphere of playoff baseball.
Abes, 6 runs on 7 hits. In our books, we have him down for 3 errors. The scoreboard says 4. It was after a play at first that we thought could have been an infield single. Cardinals, 5 runs on 8 hits. No errors. Chi High, with the loss, finishes the regular season 13-11, 8-6 in Big Rivers Conference play. Old Abes, with the win, are now 15-8. 8-6 in the BRC. Sparks, I think we saw tonight why each of these teams could be a real tough out when you get to the postseason. Chi High because of that 1-2 punch in their pitching staff, Easton Bob and
Jake
LaQuay,
yep.
And then Memorial because of the way the Abes can string hits together, and you got those 2 boppers in the middle of the lineup in Sawyer Stein and Leo Lauscher.
Yeah, and they showed it tonight. A couple of doubles from those guys and a triple from Stein too. Memorial has to score runs. For them to be effective. They don't really have that pitcher that's going to shut them down for, 7 innings and close it out by themselves. Now, don't get me wrong, Gabler does an outstanding job, but it comes postseason, you're going to have to put some runs on the board for the Old Abes to proceed through the playoffs.
So this one is in the books. It goes to the Old Abes by a final of 6-5. Dave Sparger and I will be back here next week as the regionals get underway. We'll have a pair of games. Eau Claire Memorial and Superior scheduled for 1 p.m. Tuesday. Eau Claire North, Wausau West will be a scheduled 4 p.m. start. Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you experience any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. It's coming up next on Zaleski Sports. You've been watching high school baseball right here on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip
a long wand, which we call a scope. And through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip is affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals...
All right, Bob Radovich back at Carson Park, Eau Claire Memorial, edging Chippewa Falls 6-5. I've got David Ankeny and Jack Harris, and we'll start with you guys. I mean, this is a game. Coach Sparger and I were talking in the press box. This almost had like a tournament feel. You had pitching changes and lots of guys coming up with plays and back and forth and momentum. How important for you guys to come out with the win here, David?
It's very important. It's just like a playoff game and getting ready for the playoffs, and we're trying to play our best baseball to get ready for it.
And Jack, you were just talking with David here that play out in center field where it looked like Locken had the catch, but then it was ruled out. How do you kind of get recomposed after that and just go, well, okay, it went against us, but we have to dial it back in now?
Well, you just got to realize that's the game of baseball. You know, it can get flipped over in one play, and you just need to go in and lock in the next play, knowing that, you know, once you stay in control, once you are focused, you can make it happen.
You guys both came up with some big at-bats in that 4-run inning in the fifth. Take me through your at-bat, what you were looking for, and what was your approach at the plate?
I was looking for something to hit opposite field to get in Stein or Leo, and I got it and hit it how I wanted to. Yeah.
How good did that feel? You're going down the line knowing, hey, that one got over their second baseman, and we're going to score a couple.
Felt great. Haven't been hitting the best tonight and last game, so it felt really good to come through for the boys.
And then same thing, you come up later in the inning, similar situation. You drive home a pair of runs. Take me through your at-bat.
Well, I was getting walked 2 times in a row, 8 pitches, straight balls, and I was let know before kind of like what the pitcher has and what he's going through, and just found a pitch I liked and drove it. Found a first pitch to swing at. I've been dying to hit all game, so liked it.
So you guys are going to be back here at Carson Park on Tuesday. Hey, it's regionals. All right, so now the intensity goes up a little bit with everything else that goes on, at the end of a school year. Now how do you stay focused for baseball?
Well, we got practices coming up, and we just got to realize that if we play our best baseball like we did today and, just keep composed as a team, keep the energy up, that we'll go far.
What makes this Old Ames team dangerous?
Quality at bats, 1 to 9. We play together. We play good defense. We're disciplined and coached well.
All right, you guys are in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. You know how this works. You're a veteran at this, right? So as soon as Cade Marshall gives you the thumbs up, you guys take it over.
I say I'm Jack Harris. You're David Ankeny. We're in the house. I'm Jack Harris.
And I'm David Ankeny.
And we're in the house.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck. We'll see you next Tuesday. Congrats, guys. All right, so that's going to do it for our coverage tonight from Carson Park. We will be right back here on Tuesday. WIAA Division I Regional Finals. The 1 o'clock game will be Eau Claire Memorial hosting Superior. And we'll follow that up with the 4 p.m. scheduled start for Eau Claire North versus Wausau West. Dave Sparger and I will be back here for that one. So please join us then on Zaleski Sports. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for producer Cade Marshall, and soon-to-be outgoing producer Logan Biederman, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from Carson Park in Eau Claire.